210,000 soldiers from Ireland died in World War I, and over 3,000 of those died at Gallipoli. So one of the things about the story of the Irish soldiers is that a great many of them were sent out in the belly of a ship called the River Clyde. The British were reinvigorating the myth of Troy when they attacked Turkey. They first attacked them by sea in March, and they were defeated by the Ottomans on March 18th, the Battle of Çanakkale, which is what the Turks commemorate. Then the Turkish knew that they would come by land. This ship was supposed to be looking like it carried coal, but it didn't, it carried men. And as soon as it was a bungle from beginning to end, they didn't land in the right place, it was too shallow. They had small little boats called lighters that were to take the men like bridges from the ship to the shore. And of course they were sitting ducks, they landed too late in broad daylight and they were just shot down. Like the Anzacs when they landed, many of them drowned under the weight of their backpacks. So this is, and of course what was happening was that back here in Ireland, a new island was being created. So men who went away to the war were not remembered really till last year almost, 2015, on the centenary of Gallipoli, because they had fought for the British. And I often think, apart from the ones who died horrific deaths, I often think how lonely that must have been to have come back and not recognised where you were or been recognised where you lived. So it's called Green Road. This is the way we went to get there. Past locks in early dawn, reeds so still they were painted in, green shamrocks we'd sewn into our jacket sleeves, never to match those shimmering connacht fields, clotted white with sheep. But travelling with us anyway. And out of Dublin's grey light we came, out of the poor, the cold, always hungry, and now to be fed for our work. And out of Trinity, the future of a new nation. They would know us then, our imperial overseers, know our worth in battle, pay the value in our freedom after. That is honour. That is why we came. The fife band of the Irish Fusiliers played The Wearing of the Green as we sailed out to war from Devonport. Those of us coast-born, knowing the fear of a rough sea and the want of swimming in it. We had thought to save poor wee Belgium. We knew it wasn't France when they shaved our heads for the heat, lads running anyways to avoid it. We'd heard from the Irish gone before Gallipoli was hell, but when they landed us under sheer cliffs and no artillery, it didn't make sense. We waited too long. In heat I've never known, shears your skin off, peeling it back, sunburn, red raw. Water now, I knew about water and rain. I lived on land that was watery earth and never went dry. But I never knew how precious it really is, how alive it brings you, how strong it makes you, and what it can do to you going without. Slit lips, mouth full of pebbles for the wet, stumbling about so mad for it you don't care if anyone shoots you. Honest men made thieves, liars, some gone so crazy they might kill for it. Wild flowering plants all over those hills. There must have been clear springs somewhere, if anyone in charge had had a map. This is the way we went, and nothing more. Jumping from lighters and drowning, the chuck of bayonet up the guts, or hailed into with lead, riddled, such a true word. Say it fast many times. Riddle, riddle, riddle. That's it. General Sir Brian Mahan, a Galway man, had a tantrum when he didn't get promoted, resigned and headed off to an island, leaving his men under fire, and no one came to pull us back without command. The fife band was swallowed by Suvla. One great bite. Most of us were dead in the many ways of war. Most of us, wearing the green, never got back. This is the way we left in early dawn. Past the broken wire, small heaps of charred khaki, wounded, burned to death by gorse fires, bodies heaped so you couldn't tell what country they were from. Scattered about, half buried, the smell of crushed time, never to leave the company of blood, of cinders. We sailed over the ones that never made it to land, never fired a gun or saw the carnage, drowning out of the River Clyde. They were from my home place, and I left them there in those razor ravines, too far from Irish earth. I shake out of rage now, as I did then, frustrated, throwing stones when grenades were gone. All I want to do is drink water, drink and drink, drown in it, drink anything. Will they pay that honour price now, do you think? Will I have my own country when I get back to it? The Turks have theirs.